Hey you guys, DangerousThing here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you a few things. First of all, my task force, and second of all, the update that just came out from Boom Beach. In my last video, I was pretty passionate about encouraging you guys join me in my task force operations, and a few of you did, which I'm absolutely stoked about. I love you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. But basically, all we got to do is we got to attack the bases so we can get the power bases down and attack the core, and we do so by destroying splash damage buildings and then getting to the core and getting it down. So, Mr. Snowman, a huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining me. And actually, ever since Mr. Snowman joined me, another follower of mine joined me on my task force list, and here is Mr. Snowman's base, just creeping on you, no big deal. It actually looks pretty good, man. Good job there. HQ 15, but your base looks pretty good. Your defense buildings are pretty high level, so I am stoked to have you on board. Thanks so much for joining. And as far as the base itself, a few things have changed, but first of all, let's look at the task force, and let's check out one of these bases. So here is a wallop, or wallop, I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but basically I already attacked one of the bases because I was just really super curious. I was kind of sick of waiting, and it was right before Snowman actually added me, so I kind of wasted an opportunity. But here's a cool thing. After you already attacked, you can only attack one base in 24 hours. So after you're done with that, you can actually go into a second one, or other bases, and then you can sabotage them. Sabotaging bases costs you task intelligent force maps. So basically, every time you want to sabotage it, you spend the intelligent force maps, and one random defense buildings will get destroyed on the map, which is really wicked cool, especially if you got a few people on your team, on your task force, that are a little bit lower level, so you're trying to clear up the base for them so they can get to the core and attack it. Now, you got to be really careful, because every time you try to sabotage the base, with every single defense buildings that you're trying to attack, it costs you more and more intelligent force maps, or whatever you call them. I'm just going to call them intelligent force. So here's me basically spending spending some bucks and just clearing up the base. So I'm just going to continue to sabotage this until I feel like we've got a few of the random defense buildings out. And and it's really helpful when you have not too many people in your task force. Say you only have 2 or 3, and you know that you're much higher level than a person you're playing with. So just, especially if you've got a whole lot of intelligent maps, just go ahead and sabotage the base a little bit, clear it up for a person, and, you'll go from there. But basically, like I said, the operation runs for 24 hours, and then in the meantime, you're not going to be able to go ahead and do anything other than sabotage the base. So as you can see, this was the milk run, which was my very first task force operation. Unfortunately, I did not record it because I was just being really impatient, but it was super easy. So now let's get back to the base, and I'm right now upgrading my warriors, which, by the way, the graphics are absolutely amazing. So when you click on all of the troops, the riflemen are just much more detailed. Zukas look handsome, total stunners, and look at these guys. So I really love the change in the visuals. I think that's one of the things that really keeps the game interesting, right? Because with every update, things kind of change. And here's another one. You remember back in the day when your submarine would be diving for resources, you would have a little sign of submarine showing that it's currently there. And now all you see is the Bayou, and basically you click on it and it tells you exactly what you're diving for, which is really cool. And let's jump into one of the bases. Look at this right here. These sniper towers are out of control, off the hook, level 20. Look amazing. I love the little light on top of them. And the fact that they move is just really super cool. So let's go ahead and try to get this base here, and we will probably lose a few troops here and there because this is pretty high base. These are, like I said, level 20 sniper towers. And now we just need to get down to the shock launcher. I'm gonna shock it so that, not shock launcher, rocket launcher. I'm gonna shock it so we can get our troops to it, and then we're gonna move on to the sniper towers. These sniper towers are extremely powerful, level 20, causing a whole lot of splash damage, so I'm just gonna have to shock them and get down there. ASAP, because otherwise they're going to take down my Zookas and Rifleman because they cannot take a whole lot of damage. And as you can see, look at that flamethrower. That looked absolutely sick. So I am hoping that I'm actually going to be able to take this down, because these buildings have been causing a whole lot of splash damage to my troops, but hopefully we will get this. And yeah, I think we're in good shape. This sniper tower on the right-hand side is going to take down my Zooka and this Rifleman and probably another one of my medics, but I think overall we're in good shape. We got Riflemen that are outside of the reach, and basically heavies are taking on all of the heat right now, and oh my gosh, only one heavy left. This is not looking very good for me. Literally, the other day I was talking about how I feel like the game has been becoming too easy, and look at this. I only have now I have 2 Riflemen and 3 Riflemen, 1 Rifleman, and with 1 Rifleman down, 1 Zooka, 2 Riflemen and 1 Zooka, I got this base to, I got to defend. I got to conquer this base. I'm having a little brain freeze. It's Friday right now. I'm not sure when you're gonna watch this video, but I'm recording and putting this out on Friday, which means I'm just totally fried. Okay, so let me go back and train my troops, because I always want to be ready, you know, in case something good comes up. I always want to have my troops trained so I can just jump right into it. No big deal. And that is it for now, guys. Actually, I have another video coming up for you if you're curious, with a whole lot of new info. But here's a really quick overview also of one of the coolest features of this update. You can now upgrade or change the layout of your base, and basically you can save it. So as you can see, all you gotta do is click on your headquarters, and then you will see there is a sign basically on it that will tell you, you know, you can now go into the edit base, edit layout mode, and all you gotta do is, you know, all you gotta do is rearrange the base, and then you can save it. And it depending on how high level you are, you can have up to so many layouts. So this is really super useful, because say you are, you know, advanced enough and you have weapon lab, and so you have Hammerman attack your base. So whenever Hammerman attacks, obviously you have to rearrange your base so that you can sustain the damage. And when Hammerman is passed, you want to get back to normal, and you don't want to be changing the base every single time, especially if, you know, you got a ton of splash damage defense buildings, you know, and resource buildings and whatnot. So this made your life super easy. Unfortunately, until you're up to level 18, you can only have 4 layouts, which I think is plenty. So don't fret, 4 layouts is more than you will need right now. So play around with this, and you can, you know, save the layout, you can load it, you can go back to the other layout whenever you want to, you can flip back and forth, which is super awesome. I feel like we've been asking Supercell for a while now to put out this feature, and they finally did, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much. This just made our life a whole lot easier, and that's gonna wrap up my update. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for another task force video, which is gonna go live either this weekend or in maybe 3 or 4 days. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for tuning in into my channel, and I will see you soon. Dangerous Thing is out.